Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as we get into the latest, what is going on. It is a Champions League night, but I gotta be honest, the fixtures tonight they look like Europa League games. This is terrible. Liverpool beat Girona 1-0 thanks to a Mo Salah penalty. It's funny, it's not just Cole Palmer scoring penalties then, is it? Anyway, there's that. Atalanta, Real Madrid. But Real Madrid scored in the first minute. Guess who it was? Mbappe, the guy who couldn't score. It's crazy how that's happened. And Aston Villa are also currently 1-0 up as well. And I hope they actually do well at Leipzig. It's honestly looking like right now it could be 5 English teams in the Champions League next season. It could. You know, the way that it's going at the moment, England might get a 5th spot. Big up Aston Villa. Keep doing what you're doing. That's all I'm going to say. And hopefully, you know, the UEFA coefficient can be bumped up. It will be when we win the Conference League. That's just a given, I think, at this point. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Now, Chelsea first, and then we're going to talk about what's happening elsewhere. You want to stick to the end because what is happening elsewhere is actually quite hilarious. So make sure you stay till the end. Don't forget to catch all the videos as they drop. Make sure you're subscribed and check out all the socials. Links are in the description and they're all on screen right now. All of them, just so you're aware. Now, let's get cracking. Starting off at home, starting off with Chelsea, there was a video going around of Nicolas Jackson today, and it's gone viral, right? This video I'm about to show is already on 2.2 million views, and it was only uploaded. When was it uploaded? It was uploaded earlier this afternoon. That's how viral it's gone. Let me show you. Let's get into this. Here it is. So here's Nicolas Jackson in his seat after coming off against Tottenham. And he's just devastated, right? Just devastated with himself. It's obvious to see. You could see when he was coming off the pitch as well, he was fuming. It looked like he was going to cry. There's this comment saying, so this guy basically just showed he doesn't care about the team. I mean, that's completely unfair, if I'm being completely honest. Completely unfair. But that's Nicolas Jackson. It stays like that, right? It stays like that till the very end when he's got his head in his hands. I mean, now he's got his head in his hands there, right? His T-shirt above his eyes. Clearly, he's distraught. Now, you saw how he came off against Tottenham. Right? And he has this reaction after the game when he goes to his seat. That doesn't tell me he doesn't care. That tells me he does care. Because if he didn't care, he'd walk up to the bench and he'd just be like, man's getting paid, innit? I don't care. That's not caring. Right? No. He cares. He didn't bother anyone else, right? He didn't kick the chair. He didn't kick a bottle. He didn't throw something. He didn't cause a ruckus. He didn't cause mayhem. He just went to his seat and silently remained in pain. Let's just say that, yeah? That shows me he cares. If not, he wouldn't react like that. But he's upset with himself, and we've seen it this season so far. We've seen it once. I forgot who it was against. He came off, and you could see he was fuming with himself, and rightly so, because he had a bad game that day, and rightly so this time, because he had a bad game against Tottenham. We're not going to shy away and pretend everything's just okay. No. Yes, there have been games this season. Nicolas Jackson's been class, right? And overall, he's having a good season. Tottenham, not a good game at all. Not a good game at all. Very poor game. But these are the sort of things that have to be said if you want someone to grow, right? Now, Nicolas Jackson, who has reacted in this way, you've got to understand, I feel, that there's 2 different ways that this can go. This is where the pressure makes the diamond, right? This is where you earn your money. You can either remain emotional and collapse and just let it keep you down. Or you can get emotional. After a certain time, you gauge the situation, take a deep breath and you go, okay, I know what I need to do. I know where I messed up. I know what I did wrong, right? I now need to go and do what I need to do in order to get myself up to the level, yeah? So head down, start working, and let's start doing things. You control your emotion and you start looking up. You start looking up, not down, right? You need to go and chase what you actually want and what you want to go and get. It's as simple as that. No one else is going to do it for you. Nicolas Jackson's case here, I appreciate the frustration. It's like I said, I'd be more worried if he just came off like nothing, like everything was okay. I'm glad he's reacted like this. Good. This is why in the review I said good. I want to see this. Good. Now it's about what you do with it. And this is where I want to highlight the comment that was made on this video and what I'm about to show you. So the comment that was made on this video was, so this guy basically just showed he doesn't care about the team. Okay? That's completely unfair. Now I'm going to direct you to this. This is the interview that he done, if I'm not mistaken, this week, right? Or this in the last few days, this interview was done. It's Nicolas Jackson. It's a 24-minute interview, a fantastic interview, talking about early life, Senegal, Gambia, his growing up period, Villarreal, Chelsea, his whole journey, his whole mindset, his whole everything, right? Everything. In that, just to give you guys some perspective, in that video, he goes from talking about how he used to play football with no footwear at all. He used to play barefoot, right? Like all the kids at that time in Senegal that were playing in his neighborhood, no one had footwear. That was the norm. That was just standard. He goes from that all the way to talking about how stubborn he is, right? And how he gets that from his dad. But stubborn in the sense of, like, an example, in that interview, he does mention how he likes to hear bad things. He likes to hear criticism. And he likes to hear that because he's so sure in his head of where he's going and what he wants to do that he doesn't care what people say. And cool. I'm cool with that. And this is coming from someone that has criticized. Yeah? I'm very happy to hear that's his mindset. Because that tells me that his mindset is exactly where I need it to be. Yeah, where I want my striker at my club, yeah, I want him to have that mindset. And he's got it. If you go and watch this 24-minute interview, you really get to understand who Nicolas Jackson is, right? And you can see that he's honest, and he actually is, I'd say, more mature than I expected. So this is why I appreciate this interview. Go and watch this. Again, I'll reference it to you. You can even go to my Younes Talks Football Twitter, link in the description. You'll see it on the TL. You'll see it on my profile. You'll go there. You'll see I've linked it. This is it. Go to YouTube, Nicolas Jackson, interview on early life and past football club, blah, blah, blah. Beautiful interview. Really, really nice interview. And it has cemented for me, I don't need to worry about his mindset any longer. From watching this interview, I'm like, okay, cool. I now know where you are. I'm glad to hear it. So, Nicolas Jackson, now it's about action. Action Jackson, yeah? And he mentions that. In the interview, he mentions that. He was even talking about how he doesn't like the comparison of Didier Drogba. He said, Drogba is a legend in Africa, a legend in Chelsea. He's done so much at this club. He's done so much in that. I've not done anything. So I don't like the comparison. I mean, he's right. He's right. He's correct. He is correct. This is where, when I see the reaction after Tottenham, and I see this interview and what he has said, the two make sense. And now it's about how he uses that frustration and what he needs to do. Because honestly, now I don't doubt his mindset and I don't doubt his mentality. The only thing Nicolas Jackson needs to do and improve on, as far as I'm concerned, is his mental sharpness on the pitch. It's as simple as that, man. It's not an easy thing to do. I'm scared that you either have it or you don't. It can be one of those things, that instinct. But there is a certain element of it that can be worked on in terms of how quick you read the game. You need to make yourself faster. You need to make yourself quicker in terms of your decision making, knowing exactly what you're going to do. That's where Nicolas Jackson needs to improve. If he improves that, then I reckon the goals will come. So let's wait and see what happens with him. But good luck to Nico, and I hope he kills it. So let me know your thoughts on that. Now we move elsewhere before we wrap up. Arsenal and United. Let's start off at Arsenal. Here's the latest. Arsenal to consider Dan Ashworth as a possible candidate to become the new sporting director following his sudden departure from Manchester United. This is from James Ollie. This is from ESPN. Edu is gone. They need a sporting director. Ashworth has left United. 2 + 2 = 4. Well, I'm all for this because he wanted Gareth Southgate at Man United apparently. So, I mean, Arteta out. Southgate in? I'm all for that, by the way. I don't know if you can't tell. I am all for that at Arsenal Football Club. After 5 long years under Arteta, they think they're just about to get across the line, and then Gareth Southgate walks in. That would be poetry. Absolute poetry. But no, in all seriousness, I'm doing a Frank Lampard review now, yeah? Maresca done the Frank Lampard in the post-match interview after the game on the weekend. That was hilarious. The little laugh and... no, but seriously. He actually done that. So we're all going to give a little Frank Lampard tribute. Seriously, though. Arsenal, I don't think this will happen. I think this is a bit of a rumour. I would be surprised. I would be surprised and I would be happy. If they actually got Dan Ashworth, I'd be like, yo. Yo. Because it's come to light in terms of what he wanted at Man United to the point where they stopped making decisions with him. And hence why they sacked him. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. Now, talking about Man United... Check this out. This is cold. Not cold Parma, cold. Just plain cold. Just really, really bad cold. Check this out. Man United have replaced their annual £100 bonus for employees with a £40 M&S gift voucher. It's worse now, one staff member said. Another added, at least the Glazers prioritised families. One thing I don't understand with this... Right, we all know that the deal of Ineos and Jim Ratcliffe coming in was to acquire 25% of Manchester United and run the day-to-day footballing operations. I don't think the accounting of staff falls into that category, does it? People's salary, the payroll. Does payroll go under footballing operations? Now, unless if that wasn't true. If that wasn't true from back then okay. If Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos have come in with 25% of the club, but they run the club on a day-to-day basis in its entirety, then okay. Then they are fully responsible for this. But that's not what we heard at the beginning. We heard that they're in charge of the footballing side of things, whereas the Glazers are still there running the club. What's true? Let me know. If you know, let me know. Right? Because right now, I think I'm in the same light as you guys. I want to know what the truth is. But regardless, if it's the Glazers or if it's Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos, this is despicable. Manchester United, a club with its budget and its size, enough to be able to spend and go and get the players that they've got. But they've reduced the bonus for employees from £100 and not even to £40 cash. At least if it was cash, they've given £40 M&S gift vouchers. You see, this tells me, personally, I've got to be honest here, I've got a feeling this was Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos, because I don't think the Glazers would go and give M&S gift vouchers. That's a very British thing to do. Let me just tell you that now. That's a British idea. You got to be British to think of that. Jim Ratcliffe is British, yeah? M&S... Nah, that's Jim Ratcliffe all day long. It's got to be, no? It's got to be, let's be honest. I would be surprised if it wasn't. I would be surprised. But that's cold. £40 M&S gift voucher from a £100 bonus that they were getting cash. Nah, man. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. I'd be fuming. If I was a Man United employee, I'd leave. I wouldn't know why I'd be working there in the first place. But anyway, for the staff that are there, coming up to Christmas, times are hard as it is. Man United are not in a situation where they got a cut, to this extent. Yeah. We know people, there's the cost of living crisis going on and whatnot, and people are struggling to pay their bills. But Manchester United, as a financial institution, are doing very much okay. Let's not pretend, right? So to resort to this is just really bad. Really bad. Now, unless if there's something going on with M&S. Who knows? But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. Apologies to the Man United employees. It's a very, for me, that's a very unfair thing to do this Christmas. So let me know your thoughts. Much appreciated. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell on. Check out the socials as they appear on screen right now and are all in the description. Make sure you guys are hitting those and following. I will catch all of you tomorrow for a brand new one, which will be the preview for Astana versus Chelsea. -18, -21 conditions today, actually, over in Astana, Kazakhstan. I don't know how our lads are going to be able to play football in that, I'll be honest. It's going to be one hell of an experience, especially for the academy boys. I hope they don't freeze. But preview to that will be tomorrow. And if there's any other content that will be done as well, keep your eyes peeled, and I will see all of you then. See you lot tomorrow, people. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care, and peace.